Great evening, folks. This is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. Welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant. But guess what? Guess what, everyone? Hey, listen up, listen close. On this day, a queen was born. And her name is Ariella. Happy birthday, Ariella. And this rant is going to be dedicated to her. If many of you don't know who Ariella is, she is a young lady that went from working for me to becoming my partner for 5+ years. And I want to dedicate this live to her because she's amazing. She's great. She's smart. She's intelligent. I love her to life. But I also wanted to do this because, many of you ask me, Wesley, have you ever made someone rich? As many of you know, that's what I do for a living. I make people rich. I make people wealthy. Okay? And I want to tell a story because I know some of you want to partner with me. And now some of you want to work for me or you want to be around me, and I get it. And Ariella, she has the secret sauce. And I want to share her story. I've shared her story many times before, but I thought tonight, since it's her birthday, she's probably in Miami somewhere partying, who knows. Maybe we can get her to go live tonight as well. But I want to share a story with you to inspire you, to let you know that dreams do really come true. And I'm going to tell you how it all happened. And I really want you to listen because I know some of you believe that you'll never have the opportunity to work for a millionaire. You'll never have the opportunity to partner with one, or it would never happen for you. And her story is very inspirational. And if you really listen close and pay attention, you'll realize that in every one of you, there's an Ariella. Trust me, in all of you. Okay? So give her a shout out. Go to her page as well. I tagged it below. Give her a happy birthday. Send her a DM because she deserves it. She's a hard worker. She's a great listener. She's a coachable. She has a heart of gold. So if you follow me, if you're a friend of me, a fan of me, please go to her page or just comment below happy birthday, Ariella. Send her some love because she deserves it. Okay? So let me tell you the story, okay? And I'm going to tell you the dark story, I've told the story many times, but I'm going to tell you the story that I'm going to tell you everything, if that makes sense here. So, pay attention, listen. And I want to show you how she did it because you may say, well, how did she make $1 million with you, Wes? What's the process? I'm going to give you the exact process. I'm going to tell you what she did, how we got in contact, how she went from becoming a part of my team to eventually partner with me to eventually make her first $1 million with Virgin Media. Is that cool? Okay. So give her a happy birthday, please. Do it again. I need everybody that's listening to my voice. Just please, if you have any love for me, just comment happy birthday, Ariella. Tag her, please, so she can see it. She loves to be loved, and we love Ariella. Okay? So check it out. So at this moment, I think it was about maybe 3-4 years in, I'm already a millionaire, right? And I decided to start giving back. I believe, it's my philosophy that once a man or a woman make money or you become wealthy or your life starts to advance in a way that you become a part of the 1%, you should make a contribution to the world. You should help people or do something, right? So I was so excited about being a millionaire. I used to go live, like I go live here tonight, but I would go live and I would actually show my face and I would talk. And I was doing a contest. And I was just teaching people because, when I made my first $1 million, I was so excited, man. I was excited because I was excited because everything that I did that was abnormal and strange and weird, such as like affirmations, vision boards, confessing my dreams, working late, sacrificing, it all worked out. And I wanted to really educate people and explain to them why the mindset is so important to your success or to your failure, right? So just like I'm doing now, I would go live every day and I would just teach people this stuff and teach them about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, how the brain works, how to be motivated, how to recondition the mind here. And I did a contest and I said I was going to fly out 10 people. I never forget this. If she hears this, you'll remember this as well. Oh, there she is. There she is. Ariella right there. Ariella, we're going to get you to go live here tonight. Ariella, it was 10 people I was going to choose to select to fly to Houston, Texas. I was going to pay for them to spend a day with me. And as you can imagine, I had a lot of people that entered, and I think they had to write down their goals or stay consistent by doing something. But long story short, Ariella was one of the people that I selected. Okay? She was one of the people that I selected. And unfortunately, I never was able to fly anyone down. I don't know what happened. I got very busy, and I didn't get the opportunity to fly anyone down. But let me tell you something about Ariella. Listen up here. That young lady is fucking relentless. I kind of forgot about the whole fly out, but this woman started to DM me. Now, I get a lot of DMs. Even now, I get a ton of DMs. If you guys see my DMs, you'll be shocked, right? I got people begging me for money. I got people begging me for mentorship. I got people sending me naked pictures. I got men hitting on me. It's insane sometime in my DM, right? I got people trying to scam me, right? Whatever. It's people sending me all, it's insane. So I was getting a lot of DMs, and Ariella, she started to DM me. She said, hey, I need to work for you. You know, I love what you do, Wes. I've watched all of your videos. I listened to all your content. I remember one time, Ariella, she tuned in while she was in the club. She was in the club, and I went live. I was going live like I'm going live here tonight. She went in the bathroom, and she was listening to me, right? So she said, I'm your biggest fan, and I need to work with you. She was very adamant about it. I ignore her DMs, obviously. I'm a busy man. I can't answer everybody's texts or DMs. Impossible. But she sent me more DMs. But then she got very smart. She started to send me videos. Now, you need to be writing this stuff down. If you ever want to work with me or do any type of business with me, you got to be relentless, okay? And you got to be very creative. She was very creative. She started to send me videos. I'll never forget these videos. She was looking professional, and she was speaking well. Wesley, this is Ariella. I need to be a part of your team. I'm willing to be a part of your team for free. I need to be a part of what you're doing. I can do this, and I can do this. And so that went on for months, by the way. Okay? That went on for months. This young lady from New York City, she was 26, 27 years old. And she had a dream. And her dream was to work with me. That's what she said. She wanted to work with me. She felt that I was aligned. A lot of what I was speaking about, how to manifest your dreams, she believed in it because at that time she was reading a ton of books with Neil Goddard. And, you know, she was really deep into the law of attraction as well, trying to understand it and doing her thing. And I think what attracted her to me, and I think what a lot of you, the reason why you listen to me, because I'm able to articulate this information in a way that like normal average people can really understand and apply. Like, I'm not trying to make this complicated. I just kind of keep it real, keep it brutal, keep it direct, so you'll really get it and start to apply it to your life. And this went on for months until one day, I remember at this time I was working. I had an employee. Her name was Jennifer. She's from Colombia, Medellin. Shout out to Jennifer. Shout out to Hava. And she was actually my first employee. And I said, okay, Ariel, I'll give you a shot. I said, look, work with Jen, right? Because I didn't know how long she was going to last. Because most people don't last when they work for me, because most of you, unfortunately, no offense, are just very lazy. People beg for a position. I've had people beg for a position for months, and they get the position and they quit and give up. So I didn't know if she was going to stick or not. So I said, you're going to work with Jennifer, okay? Jennifer at that time was the head of customer service support. She was the customer service support manager, okay, for my company online. And so weeks went by, months went by. I wasn't talking to Ariella, right? I'm too busy running the company. At the time, I was traveling quite a bit, so she was working with Jen. Then I remember one day, I'll never forget this, Ariella reaching out and saying, hey, Wes, why don't you sell supplements? Because at that time, I was running a company by the name of fatdiminisher.com. It was doing tens of millions of dollars per year. It was doing very well, making a ton of money. And she had the idea to do supplements, okay? Now, write this down. This is important. Listen, write this down. If you ever get the opportunity to work with me or for me, it's not up to me to bring an ideal to you to make you wealthy. What I loved about Ariella, she was very creative. So when she had an idea, she would DM me, say, hey, Wes, what about this, blah, blah, blah. She said, hey, I could do the supplement company. Now, listen, Ariella never done a supplement company in her life. Ariella didn't understand internet marketing. She didn't understand anything, even though she was working on the CSA team, but she didn't understand this stuff. But she said, I can do it. And that's what I loved, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you. I love her ambitiousness. Like, she was just so ambitious, like myself. Like, even though she didn't know what she was doing, she didn't know how to do it, she'd never done it before, she said, I could do it. Don't worry about anything. I got this, Wes. I can sell these supplements. And I just loved her confidence. That was just amazing. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, okay. Even though I knew she didn't know what she was doing here, okay? Are you guys with me? So, gave it opportunity to do it. I mean, this woman, not only did she find the fulfillment company, she got the formula. She got it white label. She did the packaging, the labels. I mean, everything connected to the merchant processor as well. And she began to sell it on the phone. And I remember that time she was selling it with her friend, was it Tanya? I think it was Tanya. They were selling on the phone. And she was doing okay. But something happened with the supplements, and it didn't, at that time, it wasn't worth it because the volume that they was bringing in didn't make sense, right? Because what she was doing is she was doing phone sales, just calling my customers, selling them on the supplements. But the cost to pay for the supplements based off how many we were selling per day, it wasn't worth it. So I told her that we're no longer going to do it. And let me tell you something. Ariella did get discouraged a little bit, but it was for a second. Okay? It was for a second. I mean, that business was a failure. But she was discouraged for a second. And she got back on the bus and she kept riding. Like, she got back with Jen, customer service support, and just kept doing her thing. Okay? So about a year later, stay with me here, and this is the dark part. Ariella started to get frustrated. And just like anybody, right? She started to get frustrated. She was like, man, I need to make money. Wesley, I have bills. You know, I mean, when is it going to happen for me? And I would never forget this conversation. I said, Ariella, because I was mentoring at the time, because anytime she would get frustrated, she needed me to talk to her, obviously, right? I was able to calm her nerves down, calm her down a little bit so she can go through the process. so you can see what I see. Because I saw millions for her. Like, she was a fucking winner. I saw it. But she didn't really see it clearly because she would get frustrated while she was in the journey. And I remember she was so pissed off. She was just frustrated and irritated because she had bills. She had, things she had to pay. And she was just giving me all her time, for like a year. Imagine working for someone for a year, not making any money at all. And I said, Ariella, so let me ask you a question. I can pay you per hour. My question to you is this. Do you want to be an employee or do you want to be rich? It's a fair question. And let me tell you something. Within seconds, milliseconds, that woman said, I want to be rich. Perfect. Well, stay on course. Okay? And keep doing what you're doing. You're going to get it finally. Your opportunity will come. Your day will come. And you're going to rock the house. So Ariella, one thing about Ariella as well, write this down. She was very coachable. Okay? She was very coachable. What I mean by that is whatever I told Ariella to do, whatever I shared with her, she did it. She didn't give me a lot of back talk. She didn't question, what I was doing and all that. Now, today, maybe a little bit, right? Because she's more knowledgeable. But in the beginning, that woman did not question me for a second. She said, okay. She trusted that what I was sharing with her was real. And me, when it comes to helping people, I'm very genuine. I'm a real, honestly, I'm probably one of the best CEOs to work for. And I'm not trying to be partial because it's me, but I actually do want people to win. My team, I want you to win. And I'm going to do whatever it takes for my people to win. Everybody that works for me, you will win. And winning means that you're going to get what you want, right? I ask everybody that works for me, I say, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And it's my responsibility as the CEO of this company to give people what they want. Because if I get them what they want, I get what I want as well. And I remember this. I'm going to tell you the whole story. This is kind of... So, Ariella, she's a savage. I'm telling you, that girl is a savage. But I like that. And I'm going to tell you how she was a savage, okay? And let me tell you something. You got to be a savage sometime in business. Some of you are just, it's okay to be nice, but sometimes you got to fucking take what you want. When you see that shit, you got to take it, right? Because, it might not always come around. Like certain opportunities, unfortunately, they don't always come around all the time, right? And when you see it, you got to take it. And I remember we had just came back from an event in Vegas. I remember we went to Vegas, and I was going for the Affiliate West, which is an internet marketing event that they have every year. As a matter of fact, they're going to have one next week, but I'll be in Dubai with the team, so I'm not going to be able to attend. But I remember I rented this gorgeous suite. You know how I do it. I always do it big. I always do it big, right? We had a beautiful suite, and we invited about 10 to 30 people. Was it 20 people? Not sure. And I did a seminar. And I remember, I'll never forget this. I made Ariella cry because Ariella at that time, one thing about Ariella, she got the gift of the gab. She knows how to bullshit. In the beginning, she's not like that now. But I remember I said, I'm entrusting you, Ariella, to make sure this event and everything is situated properly, because I flew her out with her friend, and so she can help with the event to make sure it goes well. And Ariella was late. And I said, when she got, I said, what the fuck are you late? And she gave me some bullshit excuse. I said, don't give me no fucking bullshit excuse. When I need something done, I have to count on you. Because the thing is, I was setting her up, in my mind subconsciously, to be my number two. And if you're going to be my number two, I got to be able to count on you. If you're not around, I got to be able to count that shit will get done. And I remember that time I had to fly Herman out, which is like, he's my number 2 guy in life. And because I know that Herman's going to get it done. Like, he's my best friend. He's going to get shit done. I don't have to worry about anything. And Ariella, she was still like, oh, I had to get my hair done. I had to get my makeup. I said, I don't give a fuck about that. I need my seminar to be ready for these people tonight so I can serve them properly. And I remember she kind of cried a little bit, but she got over it. Right? And we had a great event that night. As a matter of fact, I spoke for 15 hours. It was crazy, right? But the people loved it. And after Vegas, there was a young lady. It was a black lady that was there. And I remember her sending me a DM 2 weeks after the event. Now listen close. This is the breakthrough. 2 weeks after the event, the young black lady reached out to me with an awesome idea. Every once in a while, when people send me DMs, some people, that woman, she had the perfect strategy that I can implement into my company without spending a dime, no work for my part, but I can make a ton of money. And she had a presentation. She did it. It was lovely. I watched the entire presentation. It was 20 minutes. Her name was Khadijah, right? Shout out to Khadijah. But listen up. You're going to see why Ariel's a savage. Now listen. So, listen. I was interested. I was like, okay, I want this. So I brought it to Ariel. I said, hey, reach out to this girl. She has a great idea. Let's see if we can partner with her, blah, 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 blah. Because Ariella, she really worked hard to get close to me. Even though she was working directly for Jen, I remember we went to Mexico. Honestly, Ariella, she took a lot of trips. Even though she wasn't my business partner, she would just work. But she took a lot of trips. She was going on all the trips, even though she wasn't getting paid. But she wanted to be close to me, which would make sense, right? Because she wanted her shot, right? She wanted her shot. She wanted her opportunity to shine. And I remember Khadijah giving me the best presentation ever. I go into Ariel and say, hey, we'll check it out. See what you think. He said, it's good. And so I used Ariel as an opportunity to negotiate the details, right? It was Khadijah and it was another guy. I can't remember that guy's name. But he was supposed to be a part of the deal. I remember having a meeting. And I told them, I said, I would do this percentage. As a matter of fact, but my only disclaimer was anything that you do in the future, I will have rights to in perpetuity, which means is anything, because obviously if you become connected to me, you're going to become very significant, famous, popular, right? So I want to get paid for that forever. So anything that you do, I need to get paid for that. Khadijah was on board, but guess who wasn't? The guy. It was a black guy. And to be honest with you, the black guy, he just jacked it all up for her. For Khadijah. Oh, I feel so bad for Khadijah because that was a great deal, honestly. And the guy was like, no. And then the guy's not making any money. He was at the seminar too. He's not making a dime. As a matter of fact, he's taking my customers behind my back and trying to sell them some bullshit graphics on the side, right? Which we didn't even persecute. We didn't even sue him for, right? And he was like, no. Listen. He was like, no, I can't do that. Not in perpetuity because I got my own thing. And if I want to do this, and I said, well, I'm not going to be able to do this deal. And Ariella, she got mad. She said, why are you doing a deal with these people? I've been working with you for 1.5 years. This is a true story. And I don't think it's fair, Wes. It's not fair. And I was like, well, Ariella. They brought me a deal. They brought me something that made sense. They brought me a strategy that I can implement into my company and spend no money at all and make a ton of money. What did you bring me? You didn't bring me anything. That's how it works. You can't just work for me and expect me to make you rich. You got to bring me something that makes sense. And see, that's what happens with mentorship. See, what I'm teaching when I mentor my team, I'm teaching them to be creative and have their own ideals. I'm teaching them to be business people, right? Because I'm not going to give you anything. That's not how it works. I'm not giving you nothing. You can give me something and I can mature it. I can elevate it because of my network and my net worth. But I'm not going to give you an ideal to make you $1 million when I can use that for myself. So, long story short, she said, since they wouldn't agree, she said, let me do it. I'll do it. And this kind of goes back to the supplements because she was the same way with the supplements. I can do it. Ariel have never, I think what we were doing was, it was called Done For You Services, right? Where we'll help customers make money online. Ariella didn't know how to do ads. She didn't know how to build websites. She didn't know anything about internet marketing. She just knew I was making a ton of money, but she really didn't understand how the background worked, how the tech worked, all that stuff, because it's huge. It's a lot of information. But she said, I can do it. She had no experience. Okay? All the experience, like Khadijah, she had some experience. She was doing websites for people, things like that. But she said, I can do it. And I said, okay. I said, I'll do this. And this is when Done For You Services was born. And I said, I'll do this. I'll give you 50%, but you have to do everything. I don't want to be involved at all. You have to do it all. You know what she said? Done. Okay? She said, done. Listen, I remember the first month. The first month, I think she did in total $60,000 in sales the first month. And I remember, Ariella, you probably remember this, when I sent her a screenshot of her first wire, which was $30,000. That woman almost fainted. She couldn't believe it. $30,000 wired to her bank account. She's freaking out. I mean, she've never made that amount of money ever in life. $30,000. I'm sure she cried, told her mom, because I love Ariella's mom. She's a sweetheart, but her mom was negative, right? Because she thought I was going to rip her off. You just got this random black guy on the internet. You don't know who this guy is. You're working for him. You're not paying you no money. Girl, you're going to get scammed. I love her mom, but that's how she is, you know what I mean? But before, not now. But I remember she got that money, and she said, I told you it's real. I told you. She told all her family, it's real. And that year, we made, I think, like $2 million. That year, she became a millionaire. Not on paper yet. I mean, she had about maybe $400,000 in the bank, but we made $2 million that year. Okay, $2 million. And that was less than 2.5 years. Less than 2.5 years. Now she's a millionaire. You look at her page, she's living her best life. And one thing about Ariella that I love is, and this is what I try to share with all of you. Ariella is very unapologetic about the things that she wants in her life. Like, you may see Ariella online. She got the long nails. She got the pink hair. She got the pink Maserati. She bought her a new car. She flies around the world first class. And you might be like, man, wow. But that's what she wanted. Like, that lifestyle. She wanted that famous celebratory lifestyle. That's what she wants. And what I want you to understand, because some of you might say, oh, I don't need all that. You know, I don't need this. I just want to be calm. I want to be happy. And see, people that speak that way, they never get what they want. But Ariella, she didn't care. She knew exactly what she wanted. She knew exactly what she wanted, 100%. Okay? And she got it. Okay? She didn't care if someone teased her and said, oh, you want this? Why you want this? That don't make sense. And like, she didn't care. She knew exactly the life that she wanted to live. I want everybody to comment these words below. Clarity is power. Okay? Clarity is power. That young lady is very clear with the life that she wants to live. So, after she's making all this money, she's blessing her mom, she blessed her father that has an ice cream shop in Louisiana. She blessed her sisters, nieces, nephews. She's living her dream. And I tell you that because you don't get what you deserve out of life. See, a lot of you may say, I deserve that too. Like, I deserve that too. What makes her different? Nah, you don't get what you deserve out of life. You get what you earn. She earned it. I mean, imagine spending a year working for a multi-millionaire for free. Many of you won't even work for 1 month for free. Many of you will work for me for 1 month, 2 months, and you just quit and give up. Oh, I can't do it. It's too much. You know how many people I've hired that have not even lasted 60 days? Because they allow the pressure to crush them. And many of you can't take the pressure. All of you, like I have so many women that follow me. And all of you have an Ariella inside of you. Like all of you have the opportunity to do very well. As a matter of fact, like this year, I want to be able to partner with 90% more women here this year. I love women because they listen. I love women because they're coachable, they're relentless, and resilient. Like all of you, even men, like they could be you, but the issue is you allow the pressure of business, of your own personal journey to crush you. I mean, I've heard every excuse in the book. Oh, I can't do this right now. Well, something happened to my family. I'm not making any money. I just got kicked out of my house. I mean, it's always an excuse. Ariella didn't make one excuse on why she couldn't become who she is today. I'm not going to say she didn't complain. I'm not going to say that she didn't get worse. She got discouraged at times. But it was just a fleeting thought. It was a fleeting moment, and she'll switch back. Or she'll talk to me, and bam, she's back on track again. My question to you is, why not you? Think about that. Her life changed. Her life changed dramatically. She's a first generation millionaire in her family. Okay? She's a first generation millionaire in her family. And shout out to her dog, Choopy. She loves her dog, Choopy. What you don't know about Ariella, before she met me and while she was talking with me, just to bring more drama to the story, she had a terrible, horrific accident in New York City. Her car flipped over. And, I mean, she was beat up pretty bad in the hospital. And all she had was herself and her dog. And now, I never knew this. You know what the funny part is? I never knew that she had the accident. And while she was trying to get my attention, she still was dealing with, her pain, and because the accident was pretty traumatic. But I never knew she was hurting. I never knew she was in pain. I never knew about the accident until later. And a lot of you can take some advice from that. Many of you think that if you communicate your pain to me, that you want some type of sympathy or pity for me to help you. That's not how it works. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not how it works. You can tell me how bad your life is, how tough it is, how broke you are, how you're hurting, divorced, somebody, whatever. I mean, I get it. Like, that is not going to get my attention. You can say you have cancer. God bless you. But I mean, what you want me to do for you? This woman, even though she was in a ton of pain, I'm pretty sure every day this woman recording these videos. I didn't know that the woman was in the hospital that just had a terrible accident that almost took her life. But she made a decision who she was going to become, and she became it. Okay? And that's what I want for all of you. Okay? I want you to understand that you can be her. Ariella, she didn't understand internet marketing. You may say, well, I'm not techie. Ariella's not techie at all. And even today, she's not technical. She's better, but she's not technical. When she first started this, I mean, she didn't know nothing about internet, not even a little bit. It was just so much to learn. I remember it was that time that she didn't want to talk about tech. She didn't want to talk about finances. She didn't want to talk about the accounting. She just like, oh my God, this is so much. And I said, you have no clue. It's a lot. But you're number 2 now. So this stuff you're going to have to learn. What I want you to understand is, again, let me ask this question to all of you. Why not you? Less than 2.5 years, this woman is a millionaire. How many of you would invest your time and your work ethic to earn $1 million? All of you should. But like I said before, if you don't know what you want, if you don't know what your resolve is, it'll never happen. Ariella was very adamant with meeting me. She was very serious. I remember, Ariella, you remember the first time you met me in person? I was with my assistant. I can't remember the girl's name, little young girl. All I remember, she had big boobs and bad acne. And we went to Vegas. And we went to the sushi restaurant. Very expensive. I love that restaurant. I can't remember the name, but man, that food is good. And I remember meeting her for the first time. You know? For her and her friend Angela. First time meeting Ariella. One thing, she knew what she wanted. Like she knew, yeah, Pamela, exactly. Ariella, she knew that she wanted to be a part, and not just a part, she wanted to partner with me. Like she already knew that from day one. She didn't know how, but she was very clear that this was going to happen. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Again, I want everybody to comment below and tell Ariella happy birthday. Do this now, please. Tell her happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ariella, and follow her. Okay? Because if you want to know what the blueprint was to be able to work or be able to party with her, she's now my number 2. She's the VP of Marketing, International and National Marketing for Virgin Media now. If you want to know how she did it, follow her. Watch her. Listen to her. The blueprint is right here. She's on the live right now. It's her birthday. She's on the live. Like the blueprint is right here, folks. Like all the women out there. Women, where are queens? Where are my queens at? Shout out to all my queens. teenagers, 20-year-olds, 30, 40, 50, 60. You want to be rich? You want to be wealthy? You want to be a first-generation millionaire? Follow Ariella. Follow her. Okay? Model her. Because she's doing it, and she did it in such a short period of time. The average millionaire is what? 57. She made her first million before 30. She was in her 20s when she made $1 million, folks. Women, you should be following her, listening, paying attention. She did it in her 20s. It took me to my 30s. Does that make sense? Comment these words below, ladies and gentlemen. It's possible. Okay? It's possible. You're not going to know how it's going to happen. I remember Ariella, she will always be like, well, when is it going to happen and how is it going to happen, Wes? I said, Ari, the how doesn't matter. She thought the supplement company that she put together was going to put her in $1 million family. You don't know how it's going to happen for you. No one knows how. But what's important for you to understand that it's going to happen. That's my message. This is what I teach the world. You spend so much time thinking about the methods and techniques on how you're going to make $1 million. Most of you are not even making $100,000. And you're talking about $1 million. People in here talking about $1 billion. I'm going to be a billionaire. No, you're not. Shut up. You're not. What are you talking about? You're not even making $100,000. You're not even making $10,000 a month. Talking about you're going to be a future billionaire. Stop it. Okay? You know what? It takes, and Ariella, she will confirm this. It takes so much belief in yourself to do the things that are so uncommon to the world. You don't realize how much belief that you have to have in yourself for you to completely transform your life financially, like to go from thousands a month to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like imagine getting a wire from me every month for $100,000. Well, guess who's doing it? Ariella. Her biggest month in business was $1.5 million in 1 month. And I remember when I wired her first $30,000. So imagine me wiring her $400,000 to $500,000. It's possible. Did she get more skill? Yes. Did she learn more? Yes. Did she get more astute about the business? Yes. But you know what I do with my team, or what I do with Ariella specifically? Specifically, I say, hey, what's your goal? What do you want? How much money per month? I remember telling Ariella, I remember when she made her first $60,000, she'll make $80,000, whatever. And I said, Ariella, we should be doing $5,000 a day. She said, what? 5,000? Yeah, at least. Well, she knows they're going to pay that. I said, they will pay that. I said, it doesn't even matter. You just got to believe that they will pay it, and they will. She did it, and they were paying $5,000, and now we were making $150,000 a month. And then I said, Ariella, people are going to be paying, we need to be charging $20,000. I'll never forget this. I told her, I said, hey, $20,000. We need to be charging more for what we're doing here. She said, Wes, come on now, 20,000 a month, 20,000 a day? Man, I wish. I remember this. This is Ariella. She was like, I wish. She said, that'll be nice. Well, because she didn't believe that people will pay or she'll be able to bring in that amount of money. See, what I'm great at is raising people's belief. That's it. That's all I do, honestly. I'm just really great at this. I'm really raising people's belief in what's possible. Because I believe the infinite is impossible. I believe anything is possible. Like, I may not know how to do it, but anything is possible. Are you guys listening here? Then I remember her doing her first $20,000 a day. I remember her doing her first $50,000 a day, $70,000, then $100,000. I think the most she ever done in one day was like $200,000. Comment below, it's possible. All of you, it's possible. I truly believe that somebody on here tonight is going to partner with me this year, and they're going to make their first six figures. Somebody. The question is who? Somebody on here hearing that young lady's story. Like, you can go on her Instagram, you can see her entire life. Somebody is going to partner with me and make their first six figures. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to happen, but all I know is going to happen. Again, I want everybody to comment below. Happy birthday, Ariella. And tell Ariella this. Tell her that you love her. Tell her that you're proud of her. You know, that's one thing you have to learn about success. Especially when you're not successful yet and you have to train yourself to be this way. Because sometimes we can be very resentful and spiteful of other people's success. Be proud of the ones who inspire you to be better. Let her know in the comments below that you're proud of her, that you love her. Go ahead. Let her know that you're proud. Say, Ariel, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Do it now, please. And let me tell you why that is so important for you to do that right now. Because one day will be your time. One day is going to be your moment. And you're going to want somebody to be happy for you. You're going to want somebody to praise you. You're going to want somebody to celebrate you. You're going to want someone to say, man, wow, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Wow, you did it. Wow. You're going to want that. Damn, you really did it. Damn, you really did. So since you want the same thing as well, this is your opportunity to give Ariella her flowers now. Let her know that you're proud of her. She worked hard for it. She still works hard. She sacrificed. She puts in the work. She believes. She expands. She listens. She pivots. She's coachable. Does that make sense? Let her know that you're happy for her. Let her know that you're proud of her. Let her know that your day is coming as well. How many of you believe that your day is coming as well? How many of you believe that your day or your years this year in 2024 are coming below? Be honest. I want you to dig deep for a second. How many of you truly believe that this fucking year is your goddamn year? That you're willing to do whatever you have to do. If you need to separate from everybody, you're going to separate. Whatever book you need to read, whatever seminar you need to attend, whatever program or course you need to buy, you are willing to do it. How many hours that you have to work, even though you're tired as shit, that you're going to put in the work, late hours, working relentlessly towards what you want. If you have to fail thousands of times, you're willing to do that for you to land in your land of paradise. Okay? So, Ariella, what are you doing? You want to go live real quick? You guys want to see the birthday girl for 1 second? We need to sing her a happy birthday. Let's go live. How about we sing Ariella happy birthday? since she just turned 26, 25. Let's see if we can get her to go live. Give me a second here. Hold on. Let me say I need to speak to you, Wes. Oh, you do? Oh my God. Ariella, happy birthday!
I said I'm live.
What are you doing?
Hi.
Ariella, what are you doing?
Just having some birthday shots.
Oh my God. Well, we
Celebrating
just
success.
celebrating success. We're so happy for you. We got to sing you happy birthday, of course. You know, we all got to sing you happy birthday.
Okay,
All right,
let's
guys,
do
get
it.
ready. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ariella.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you. So anything, Ariella, you want to say to all the people out there that are listening and watching this video right now? What advice would you give them? We know how you started. I just told the story. So what would you tell all the people that want to be a first generation millionaire like yourself?
I would say the first thing that you should do, obviously, if you're following Wesley, I would never not say this because Wesley is the one who helped me get to where I am today. Like without him, without you, Wesley, obviously none of this would be possible. So, but before meeting Wesley, I attracted this, right? I manifested this. So always act as if you are that person you want to become. When I was broke, I never acted like I was like, I didn't, even though I didn't have money, I never acted as if I was broke. Okay. That just didn't vibe with me. I always knew that I would have like more. So never act as if you aren't that person you just want to become. And meditation at night, following what Wesley says, visualizing the exact scene you want to see in your life repetitively over and over, being very clear about what you want, and just know that don't focus on the how. That's a big thing that obviously Wesley said as well. Doesn't matter how you think it's going to happen or how you want it to happen. You just need to know that it's going to fucking happen, and just know that your destiny is that. And you have a great mentor. Wesley goes live every single day with these rants. No millionaire does that. I mean, even when I first met Wesley, he was not doing that. So the fact that you guys get this for free is invaluable. Follow him, listen to him, and really apply it. And you could just conquer whatever you want, baby.
Thank you so much, Ariella. I know you're having a good time tonight. So we will see you in Dubai at your birthday bash.
My birthday bash and your birthday bash.
Oh,
And I just got my nails done.
I don't even care about my birthday, Ariella. I don't even care. It's all you. It's all you this year. All right, much love. Love you to life,
Much
girl.
love. Love you.
All right,
Bye. Bye, guys.
See, folks, see now. You see it? You see proof there? You see that? Dreams really do happen. Okay? They do. Any questions for me, folks? Dreams really do come true. They really do. I mean, and I love helping people manifest their dreams. If you listen to me, honestly, all you have to do is listen to me, be humble, surrender to me, and I'll take it to the fucking top. I will. I would take it to the top. Okay? So any questions for me? Folks, if you don't mind, can you share this out? Share this out so we can inspire other people, other queens and future millionaires out there that want to believe. I mean, I get it. A lot of you just trying to really believe, like, can it really happen to me? I know some of you ask yourself, like, man, can it really happen to me? I'm like, yes. If you do the right thing at the right time, absolutely. Okay. Any questions for me? So thank you for all the likes and shares as well. And at this moment, I want to take any questions from you. Wes, can you scream the how doesn't matter? Yeah. The how does it matter. I need to drill that in the back of your big head. It just doesn't, you know. Listen, if you knew exactly how to make $1 million, you will be making $1 million, right? Of course. But you don't know how. You're trying different things, trying to discover the how. But what's important is the outcome. I'm telling you, that's just the key. I know it's hard to believe, but that's just what it is. It took me a long time to get that shit too. It's just you need to know where you're going. That's more important to know how you're going to get there, because there's so many ways to get there. But if you don't know where you're going, you never get there. You don't even listen. If I want to go to California, I can go to California by foot, by bike, by motorcycle, moped, plane, train, whatever. Right? But if I don't know that I want to go to California, if I don't know that's my destination, it doesn't matter if I'm in a plane. It doesn't matter if I'm in a train, a motorcycle, a moped, or walking. If I don't know where I'm going exactly, then I'm just driving or I'm just walking. Get it? Clarity is power, folks. I mean, one day you guys are going to listen to me. You know, honestly, you will. I don't know what year or how many years need to pass by in your life before you realize that you need to know exactly where you're going before you need to know exactly where you're going before you discover the how. But I'm gonna be here to share it with you. Questions for me. If you got value, if you love this life, say I love this life, Wes. I loved it. Why are you ignoring my questions? I'm not sweet Cherry Campbell. I'm not sweet Cherry Campbell. Wes, I really like your previous rant about stay dreaming. And you mentioned that you wanted to speak life into people. So when you were broke, how did you do so? Well, when I was broke, I didn't see myself as a broke person. Like I didn't have any money, but I didn't see myself. You heard what Ariella said. She says you have to act as if. And that's one thing that Ariella did. I remember when she would go to the events with me, like when we go to we went to Vegas, like she was acting as if she was already rich. You didn't know that woman was struggling financially, but she was. But you couldn't tell because she was acting as the person that she wants to be now. Many of you keep talking about how broken you are and how you're struggling. You know, I get it. Okay, you're struggling, you're broke. Okay, like you're preaching to the choir. How many times are we going to repeat how broke and how life is tough and how life is not fair? I mean, when do we make a decision to start to think about and act as if our problems are solved? When do we start to act as if that all the solutions that we need to attract, we are attracting now? Like, when do we start to act like we have some money? When do we just start to act like it? When? Okay. Any more questions for me? Okay. And thank you for sharing this live. If you would do that for me, I will do appreciate that. And all my queens on here, all my ladies, you should be inspired. How many of my ladies are inspired right now? How many of my ladies are inspired? You heard a story of a woman that's just like a lot of you. She was a hard worker. She was in real estate. She was in New York City. Her family didn't necessarily believe that she was going to be rich, and she did it. She had problems, adversities, and challenges, but she did it. Every woman on here, just hearing her story, should give you hope that maybe you can be next. Okay, you can be next. Like why not? The blueprint is available. I'm not hiding anything. I'm here to be transparent. I'm not selling you anything. You don't have to buy anything from me. I'm speaking from the top of my heart. I'm just sharing my philosophy, my experiences. And now I just gave you some social proof tonight. You're seeing the woman that I did it for, that I helped do it as well. And all I did is I just saw and I was able to mature what was already available in her. She already had what it took. Like a lot of you, you already have what it takes. I'm just the guy that I pour gasoline on the fire that already exists. So that's what I'm doing on these rants. All of you, you have the intellect, you have the power, you have the ability and the capability to do whatever you want to do. All of you. Okay. Questions for me, folks? Any questions here? I don't want my revenge to be the norm that everyone's used to. Okay. Any questions here? You're very welcome. How could I make the next step knowing I paid over $1,000 for the Do It For Me program, and the persons on the support team help me? See, right now, sweet Cherry Campbell, listen, what you're doing, what you don't realize, and I'm not saying that your response is not valid, but you're choosing to say that what you're currently doing is not working. You're choosing to blame other people for the reason that you're not succeeding. One thing we teach in all our courses is to take responsibility. See, what I realize and what I know is that people are just naturally impatient. And a naturally impatient person, what they do first is they blame. Well, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not doing this. I'm trying to teach you how to take responsibility, which means that I'm trying to teach you how to realize that anything that's not working is because of you. If you continue to blame people for your shortcomings, some of you blame your parents, you blame your boss, your manager, your mentor, whatever. People that blame and complain don't become rich. That's one of the first things I teach in my course. Blaming and complaining. Leave that for the broke and useless. Next question. How can the Lakers trade invaluable assets? What? What's next here? Some Anne Marie, are you? And if you haven't received anything, just reach out to Ariel. She'll help you. Okay. Or reach out to the support team. Wes, can you talk about the Genius script? Changed Ariela's life. And she listened over and over again. We got to understand, Ariella got a version of the Genius script because I was mentoring her. Genius script wasn't available as it is now. I would just teach it to her personally, obviously, like meditation, teach her how to use her brain and mind properly, teach her how not to use the how. And she knew a lot of this stuff, but she just wasn't applying a lot of it until she met me. Because I'm intense. What's next? Next question for me here. If you reached out to them, sweet Cherry Campbell, they will reach out to you. Be patient, okay? Just be patient, please. Questions for me here. West of the Genius script PLR? No. What's next? About how to decluster. You mean declutter the mind? I work night shift 5 days in a week. Can this be effective while still going to work? Yeah, of course. How can I work for you? Well, right now, we're looking for setters and closers, which means you need to know how to sell. No problem, sweet cherry. got your back. We love you. Okay. I just love that scream. I need to play that sound bite first thing in the morning. Would you ever mentor another real estate agent? Probably. What's next? I'm mentoring a lot of people now. Like I mentor my assistant. I mentor my assistant in Colombia, my assistant in Houston. You know, usually the people that are close to me, they get mentorship because they're close to me, right? So it's just, it happens by default. So the key is to get close to me, and it's very difficult to get close to me, just to be honest with you. Is your McLaren is 765? It is. And it's fast. I'm interested. I need to work. How do I apply to work for you? Reach out to Ariella. Have you checked your P.O. box? Not yet. Oh, folks, so I have a birthday next week. Like Ariella's birthday is today. My birthday is on the 16th. So if you want to send me some Skittles and some oatmeal raisin cookies, or anything, if you want to send me something cool, or a business proposal, whatever, send it to the P.O. box that is on my Instagram account at Wesley Virgin. My P.O. box is there. I'm just curious who's going to send me stuff. Honestly, I'm just curious. Let's see. Let's see if anybody loves Wesley Virgin. But I will be in Dubai next week because we're doing not only we're doing like a mastermind for my team, but we're doing Ariella's birthday bash in Dubai. It's going to be a movie, folks. You have no idea what I have planned. What's next? Any more questions for me here? Can you talk about how you uploaded 5 videos a day, how you reprogram yourself to produce content on a daily basis? Yeah, I mean, when I first started my YouTube channel, I uploaded 5 videos a day. While I was working a job, while I was training the boot camp, you know. I mean, it was very easy for me because I had a why. Like honestly, I just didn't want to be. People ask me all the time, well, how did you get I didn't want to be average. Like I just did not want to be. It's so many average people, and I didn't want to be an average man. I feel bad. No offense to all the average men out there, but man, I don't want to be an average man. Like I don't want to be a man with a 9 to 5 job. But shout out to the man that have a 9 to 5 job. But I didn't want to be that type of man. I didn't want to be the type of man that play video games all day, or watch mindless TV, or watch sports, or sit in the barbershop and talk about other men playing basketball, football, soccer. That's insane. I cannot be that type of man. I can't be the type of man that flies coach. I'm not the type of man that's going to be in a 1-2 star hotel. I'm not the type of man that's going to drive a regular normal car. I mean, it's okay if you want, but I'm not driving that shit. I'm not driving a Honda Accord and a Ford Fusion, Ford, whatever. I'm not driving that crap. On exotic cars for me because I'm an exotic man. All right, so I didn't want to be average. I didn't want to wait in line, going anywhere. If I go to the club, I'm going to the front of the line automatically everywhere I go. I mean, I don't care. In Spain, Ibiza. I remember when I was in Ibiza last summer, and that was September, I think. And we went to the club called High, which is it's called the best club in the world. I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing. If you ever go to Ibiza, go to Club High. I went to the VIP. I said I need a table. So I started the table at $10,000. Okay, done. So I mean, who cares? Like I just didn't want to be average. To me, an average man, he doesn't get what he wants. He gets what he can tolerate, or people tolerate average people, average men. Like average men don't get what they want. They don't. For women, from just what in life, I don't know. You don't really get what you want all the time, and I wanted to get what I want all the time. And average men, unfortunately, they can't get what they want. Average men, they complain about men who are above average. Average men, they are very inferior. They feel inferior to high value men. So I like, if I have a choice while I'm on this planet to be low value or high value, I choose high value. You know, tell me honestly, you get everything. You get all the women you want, you get all the money, travel, things. You can help people, make contributions, retire your parents. I mean, give your children a great, phenomenal life. I mean, it's a no-brainer to be above average man. Right? Just wanted to thank you for your program. I'm 70 years old, and I can see things changing. Much love. Miss Millie, love you. I love you, bro, on God. Love you as well. Yeah, honestly, shout out to the men on here. What is it? What does part of the 3% mean to you? I mean, 3%, and that's very simple. 3% of the people, they can do what they want out of life. Like tomorrow morning when I get up, I don't have to go to work. Like I don't have to go to a job. I don't have to drive in traffic. I leave when I want to go to the gym. That's about it. And work, of course, in my companies. And and to me, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why men choose to be low value. I just explained what low value is. That's my definition. Like if you have a 9 to 5 job and you don't want to have a 9 to 5 job, that's like low value. Now, if you have a 9 to 5 job and you love it, okay. If you want something, if you want to buy something, but you can't afford it, but you want to buy it and you can't afford it, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of low value. I mean, like whenever you can't get what you want, it's not the greatest feeling, right? And especially when you justify to be poor average. Sometimes men and women do this. They're like, oh, I don't need a Lamborghini. Oh, I don't need first class flights. I don't need that. Or, women, you ever dated a guy that was wealthy, then you dated a guy that wasn't wealthy? You see the difference? You know? And then and if you ever tell that guy about the guy you used to date, then he's comparing. He's like, oh, yeah, that guy did that for you. I can't do that. Oh, I guess the other guy did that. Your other guy took you in first class. Your other guy gave you that whole. Your other guy bought you that. Your other guy, yeah, he did that. Well, I can't do all that. You know what I mean? You're just comparing me, and that's the worst. That's the worst, honestly. It's when you date a man that's inferior to the man that you used to date. Oh, that's the fucking worst. And I never wanted to feel that. So I just made a decision to be so high value that no man would ever be able to compare to me in any relationship that I have with a woman. Because if I'm in a relationship with a woman, I know I'm the best thing that she will ever have in her life. And it's been true till today, honestly. I mean, it just is what it is. Because I'm always working to be the best version of myself. And not just in finances, my physicality, my emotional intelligence, and my communication skills, right? I just be the very best in those areas. So, no man can never compare. So I feel bad for the men that date women after me. If I dated you for like 4 to 6 months, you're done, women. You're definitely settling. I'm sorry to tell you that. You have settled. Okay. Uh, Wesley, which one should I do first? Knowing my why, writing my goals. Know your why first, my guy. All right, guys. I'll let my assistant Griselda to know that she needs to check the PO box this week. I have a feeling I'm gonna have a lot of oatmeal raisin cookies in that box. I don't believe in being average either, and that's another thing, man. No woman. I know men hate when I speak this way, especially average men. It's so funny. Only average men get upset when I talk this way. Like low value. You ever want to know if you're a low value man? If you get upset when I say that women don't want an average man, if you get upset, she shouldn't even want an average. Why would a woman want and desire a man that's average when she don't even want to be average herself. Like, I don't think any person on the planet wants to be average. And we know what average is, folks. If I need to define it, I can define it to you. I can define it all the time. You know, average people, they don't do what they want to do. Average people, they work for people. Average people, they don't file first class. Average people, they justify the lifestyle that they currently have, even though they want more. Average people tell other people that they shouldn't be doing certain things because they can't do it. Women, you ever dated a man that couldn't do what you do, and he made you feel like shit because you was able to do it? Oh, you just doing that because you just wasting money? Oh, God, it's insane. It's the worst. You know, I think one of the worst things ever to date a man that's insecure. Oh God, Jesus, that's just the worst. An insecure man. Ooh, ooh, women. I don't know how you do it. That's just the worst. A man that's always feeling that he's not enough. Like, women, how can you get turned on with a man like this? I mean, how do your vagina get wet? You have a man that's thinking that he's not good enough. That's insane. Like, I've never thought that way in my life. A good man is a man when you can do better. Exactly, Stephen. Absolutely. What made you not worry when you were still going into debt? I mean, Rome, I just didn't care. I realized something about debt. I couldn't go to jail. They can't see you, like, they can't put you in prison or jail if you're in debt. If you owe people money, they can't put you in jail. They can only ruin your credit. And you can always fix your credit. My credit has been terrible and I fixed it. So I didn't care. Debt doesn't hurt me. But they make you believe, because there's a belief out there that the world teaches that you should always pay back your debts. That's drilled into your mind. Always pay back what you owe. You don't want to owe people money. So we feel pain when we can pay back someone that loaned us money, such as your credit card. But me, I don't care, man. You can't do anything to me, you know. All you can do is just put a few negative marks on my credit report and call me every day. But I just put my phone to do not disturb. That's what I did too, because I had a ton of debt, but I didn't care. Because I knew one day I'd be wealthy and rich. So I said the debt is irrelevant at this moment. Yeah, we're not talking about IRS, folks. We're not talking about taxes. First of all, you owe the IRS. That means you're making a ton of money. If you have a job, come on now, you don't owe the IRS. You still getting money back from the government. You're still getting those refund checks. How does a woman can't get more when that happens? When what happens? You mean when if a woman meets a man that's very confident and secure in himself? First of all, when it comes to a woman getting wet or getting aroused, it's very easy. I'll teach this one day if you men don't know how to do it. It's very simple to get a woman turned on, by the way, physically. I mean, women, like you think men get turned on quite a bit. Women, my God, women can get turned on. Shit. That little cat in between their legs can get wet with the snap of my finger. She can just get juicy in their little. Even right now, I'm sure some women are getting wet. But we'll talk about that later, folks. El Salvador. Maybe on another live. What's next? Thank you for coming on here to talk to us. I appreciate you. You're very welcome. What's next? Any more questions for me? Wes, what? You guys are funny. Hey, this is a rant, folks, so we can have any conversation you want to have. I don't mind. I'm open. That's what she said. Oh, any more questions for me, folks? Any more questions for me? Hell, Latoya, she like my laugh. I like it as well. It's amazing. Miss Dawn. How are you? Any more questions for me? How do mentally handle setbacks? Well, I don't know. I don't define setbacks as a negative experience. A setback is a lesson that I've learned to do something different, honestly. So you just continue taking hits on your credit, knowing you would dig yourself out eventually. Yeah. See, that's another thing. Like you may say, I'm taking a hit. Like I didn't care. See, this is why separating from TV and media marketing is important, because the reason why you think having bad credit and having debt is such a negative idea, because that's what the news, the TV, and the marketing tells you. Pay back your debt. Pay back your debt. You owe us debt. Pay your money back, right? So I don't know. I didn't care. I didn't care. Yeah, old people. So what? What you gonna do to me? Hey, Dana, how are you? I'm getting off before I get wet. Ah, yeah, you better get off, because I do have that power, ladies. I have that power. I know how to get that little thing between your legs very juicy, juicy, and wetty, wetty. I know how to do it very well. So I'd advise you to leave the rant. I'm just kidding, folks. I'm just having fun. What's next here? What about owing 2 years of taxes? Okay, can you put you in jail? I mean, are you in jail yet? If you're not in jail, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Remember, what you get is what you focus on most of the time. If you keep focusing on your debt, then that's what you're going to attract. Does the 7 days clearing of the mind and brain really works? Absolutely. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just have enough money on a monthly basis. Okay. Mm. What's next? Any more questions before I need to get back to work. Launching a new program, working on videos tonight. Wesley, did Ariella ever listen to the 10 CDs? I'm not sure. I think no, I think she did. I think she did the Quavies. But more importantly, she listened to me. And that's what I'm sharing with you. I suggest that you begin to decide to listen to me. And when you start to realize that you're listening, if you continue to listen to me, things will start to transform in your life the way that you want it to transform. Okay? Is it okay if your why is simple? No, it needs to be emotional. What does Ariel do for you on your team? He's a salesperson. Who is that you were watching that you posted on your story? It was a video on your laptop. Richard Brandler. Where do you keep the millions? Bank account? No. I keep it in other accounts outside of my bank. What was the young she would look at to manifest? You have to ask her. I don't know. All right, folks, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for liking the video as well. Also, feel free to join my podcast for free. Just type Wesley Virgin Podcast in Google. I'm on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts as well. Listen to this information. Why? Because reconditioning the mind is very necessary to changing your life. Does that make sense? And I want the best for you. I love all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. See you soon. This is Wesley
billion dollar virgin, high energy, high income. They go